Enchanted Forest News, reporting live from what is sure to be the trial of a century. In a matter of moments, we are about to see, quite possibly, the most impressive clash of legal minds this court or this country has seen since once upon a time. After years of delay, we are finally about to witness the trial of the big, bad wolf. As many know already, Mr. Wolf, the defendant, escaped a jail sentence when his criminal trial for 3 counts of huffing and puffing with intent to destroy, 2 counts of attempted murder by ingestion, 1 count of grandmother impersonation, 4 counts of sheep abduction, and 17 counts of lurking ended in a mistrial, the result of a giant falling on the jury room while they were determining the verdict. Now, a number of parties have brought a class action lawsuit against Mr. Wolf in an attempt to obtain some monetary compensation for what they feel has been an infringement on their rights by the now infamous defendant. It seems the counsel for the plaintiffs, the unequaled Miss Fairy Godmother, has entered, accompanied by one of her clients, Miss Red Riding Hood, and the young client's grandmother, Mrs. Grandmother. Hello, Miss Godmother. Any words for EFN?
Mr. Wolf is a depraved, cold, calculating killer, and it is only his celebrity status in this forest that has saved him from the hands of criminal justice. His behavior is reprehensible and has completely infringed upon my client's rights to live happily ever after. As you know, I have always fought to ensure that the good people of this forest get the ending they deserve.
Yeah, that wolf is gonna get it. We're gonna string him up by his toes and shake him till all his money goes right here. And then me and Granny are gonna get ourselves a nice new condo with a pool and
Oh dear, have a seat. This isn't appropriate behavior for television. We don't want to waste anyone's time. We can't have this trial going on forever, you know. Miss Godmother's clerks all turn into mice after midnight tonight.
Yeah, that's lame.
Well, I never. No, she didn't. Ungrateful little.
Well, there you have it. Oh, here comes the other party side against Mr. Wolf.
Ooh, television! I like microphones, they make the voice loud.
Yes, the press. Excellent. Yes, I picked 3 of a plaintiff in this case. I would be happy to provide an interview if need be.
Oh, well, thanks, but...
Yes, well, you see...
I didn't say that...
Say, you're Cindy Grimm, aren't you? You remember me? You covered the Mr. World Lumberjack pageant last year, didn't you? Well, remember me? I won Best in Flannel and Most Ruggedly Handsome. Yeah, Bill Woodcutter. Sure is good to see you again.
Ah, yes, Mr. Woodcutter. Nice to see you. Ready for this year's pageant, are you?
Sure I am.
Hello, Cindy Grimm, EFN. I believe you two are...
I'm an old shepherd, and this here's my boy. The boy don't know his manners too well, so we're in a bit of a mess, you see, but we don't want no trouble. Just a little money for some sheep I lost, and to pay the medical bill for the boy here.
Right, so you must be the boy who cried...
Wolf, yeah, that's me. What's it to you? Look, I was just trying to have a little fun, okay? Like frying ants with a magnifying glass or throwing rocks at passing cars.
You shut your mouth, boy. He don't mean those things he says. He's just a little, well, boys will be boys, eh?
Right. Well, here he is, the infamous big bad wolf himself. This is a very tense moment in the courtroom right now. Just feel that tension.
I can hear you over there, you know.
Oh, my deepest apologies, Mr. Wolf. Cindy Grimm, EFN. I'm covering the trial today.
Yeah, I guessed.
So, Mr. Wolf, who's your attorney, and where is he?
She, and I don't know. Her name's Evil Stepmother, heard of her? Apparently she's some big, fancy, high-priced lawyer who's gotten pulled into some pro bono work she doesn't want to do. I don't blame her. Barring another giant, I don't stand a chance today, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know. Do you have anything you'd like to tell the viewers out there?
I've got nothing to say to the world, and the world's got nothing to say to me. No flap, for I'm not to blame for every little mishap. All my life I've been a good king. I believe it ain't little red in the submitted to you. For the record now, folks, I've got
Don't you listen to him now? He's lying through his teeth.
Throw it.
He's guilty, guilty, guilty of the crime. How about life in a petting zoo?
When you can ridicule a little step on my tail, laugh at me, shout at me, submitted to you. Big graduation on my head, telling your place. For the record now, folks, I've got nothing. For the record now, folks, I've got nothing to say.
Okay, well then.
Ladies and gentlemen, they say justice is blind. Well, if justice is blind and bats are also blind, then justice must be a bat, eh? You may be seated.
Judge Wise Old Man is presiding over the case today. Judge Man is known for his, well, wisdom. He is known to frequently apply his gift as a philosopher to any case. He is also known for his taste in magic beans.
In this courtroom today, we are here to try an individual accused of many heinous acts. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will ask you to keep in mind this important yet difficult concept throughout the many grueling hours of this trial. This concept is that guilty is the opposite of not guilty, and not guilty is the opposite of guilty. That's it. Very well. Shall we begin?
Your Honor, sir, I have no counsel.
What? Oh, yes, counsel. Well, where is your counsel? Why is it not here? Did you lose it? Did you check your pockets? Under the seat cushions? Behind the refrigerator?
No, sir, I haven't.
What? You don't have a refrigerator?
That's not
How do you
right.
keep your milk fresh? Oh, yes, your lawyer. Well, who is that exactly? Oh, she's a lot of fun. Miss Eagle's stepmother.
I apologize, Your Honor. Everyone, for my lateness. What? Excuse me just a minute. Well, just stand there. Again, I'm sorry.
May I inquire as to why you were late, counselor?
You know what? I would come up with an excuse, but really, forget it. I don't do pro bono work, so I'm not all that excited about this case, to be honest with you. Plus, I pretty much think it's doomed to failure. So I prepare a whole lot, and I was kind of pulling some things together at last minute, and I was up late last night dealing with my stepdaughter cleaning the cinders from the fireplace. So I decided to sleep in and treat myself to a nice long breakfast with my colleague and witness over there. So, are we going to get this thing going? I've got a facial scheduled at 5.
Yes, of course, right away.
Objection!
The trial hasn't even started yet.
Your Honor, I object to the counsel for the defense's attitude. Clearly, she's making a mockery of this courtroom, and you're allowing it.
Oh, I am? Well, that's not good. Miss Stepmother, bit of wisdom for you. Being late is wrong, and wrong is the opposite of right, and right is the opposite of left. Therefore, if you're late, I will have to ask you to leave. Very well, court is in session. Opening remarks, Miss Godmother.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to correct a grave injustice. By chance, Mr. Wolf was spared the punishment he rightfully deserves. He's been lurking in the forest for years, preying on innocent little girls.
Yeah.
Shush, child. Behave yourself.
Innocent little girls, innocent little pigs, innocent little old women, innocent little boys, and innocent little sheep. My clients have been hurt, frightened, threatened, tricked, eaten, robbed, and I'm sure I'm leaving something out. Because of a mere accident, this twisted fiend will not receive the punishment he deserves. So, we must take from him everything we can. That beast over there must be left with nothing because he has left my clients hurt, frightened, and homeless. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Godmother. Miss Stepmother?
Oh, no, I waive it.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. No statement. Thanks, though.
Very well, moving on.
You're not even gonna try? You're not gonna do anything for me?
Look, Wolfie, even if somebody were going to save you, it sure wouldn't be me.
I'm doomed. I'm gonna be robbed blind.
Oh, come on. You did all of it, didn't you?
Well, yes, but how won't anybody understand?
Miss Godmother, call your first witness, please.
Understand what?
I call to the stand Miss Little Red Riding Hood.
What it's like to have everyone hate you.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen?
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I do.
Was that?
Red Honey, how are you, dear?
I'd be a whole lot better if I had that monster's cash.
Right, right. Well, now, Red Sweetie, why don't you tell the nice people on the jury what exactly happened between you and Mr. Wolf on the day in question?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, you see, I was walking through the woods, minding my own business, trying to get to my granny's house to bring her some bread, because she's old and sick and stuff. And then this horrible, scary wolf jumps out and pretends to be all nice and stuff. But I know he's creepy, and I'm like, back off, Wolf. And he's like, no, come on, I'm all nice and stuff. Why don't you take this shortcut or whatever to get to your granny's house? And I'm like, well, actually, shortcuts are good. I hate walking. It's for losers. I guess the wolf would have just made up some shortcut or whatever. So I start walking. Turns out the wolf did make it up. He gave me like a long cut or something so that he could get to my granny's house and eat her.
What? He ate her grandmother? I'm so sorry, child. What happened next?
Well, then he dressed up as my granny and got in her bed.
What? This is appalling. What sort of perverse reason could he have had for doing this?
He wanted to trick me into thinking he was my granny. And then when I got close enough to the bed, he ate me.
Ate you too? Consumption of a live human being is a felony, ladies and gentlemen, and an obvious deprivation of one's basic rights.
Oh, it was terrible. Until Mr. Woodcutter got us out. It was so dark and clammy and acidic in there.
It sounds horrible, dear.
Oh, it was. Oh, I can't take it.
There, dear, it's all right. Why don't you just go and have a seat?
Objection! I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Oh, but she's so sad.
Yes, absolutely too sad to be questioned. I'm sorry.
Now, wait a minute. I have a right to cross-examine the witness.
I'm too sad, see?
Yes, according to Clause A, Section 12345 of the Legal Code 22F, extreme sadness may excuse a witness from further testimony.
Oh, yes, well, if that's the case...
You just made that up.
The witness is excused.
What?
The witness is excused. Please sit down, Miss Stepmother.
I can't believe this.
Miss Godmother, call your next witness, please.
I call to the stand Miss Grandmother Hood.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen.
Thanks, Granny.
I prefer Mrs. Hood, please.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, Mrs. Hood, tell me something. Do these items belong to you? anything else?
Just my undies, dear, but that's none of your business.
Yes, I see. And is it correct that when your granddaughter encountered the defendant, he was wearing these same items?
Well, not the exact same items. I have a spare nightgown and bonnet, but only one pair of glasses.
And at this point, he had eaten you, is that correct?
It most certainly is.
So not only did the big bad wolf eat you, but he made a dear old lady remove her eyeglasses, which she desperately needs in order to see, before doing so?
Yes, it was terrible.
Terrible. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard that word before, haven't we? Mrs. Hood's granddaughter described the events in the same way, and quite frankly, I think they're being kind, as it is in their nature to be. So not only did the big bad wolf eat Mrs. Hood and her granddaughter, but insisted that she remove her desperately needed eyeglasses. Without her ability to see, the kind of psychological strain that Mrs. Hood must have endured would have been unthinkable. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wolf is a flagrant vandal and a killer of sheep, not to mention a freak who likes to dress up in granny clothes and devour little old ladies. You're a sicko, Mr. Wolf, and it ain't gonna happen no more.
Mrs. Hood, let me ask you this.
Yes?
How did the defendant get you to remove your glasses? Did he just ask you? There seems to be nothing in the report you gave the authorities. It just jumps from the wolf came in to he ate me to then I was joined by my granddaughter in the wolf's stomach. That's all we get. Now what happened?
Well, actually, I don't exactly.
I see you're not wearing your glasses today, Mrs. Hood. Do you own contact lenses?
Yes, that is correct.
And isn't it true that you were, in fact, wearing your contact lenses the day Mr. Wolf entered your cottage?
Well, yes, it's true.
That is very interesting. Now I know I just have one more question.
Yes?
What sort of carpet do you have on your floor, Mrs. Hood?
In what room?
In your bedroom, of course.
Wolfskin.
Wolfskin. Well, isn't that just fascinating? And who made that carpet, Mrs. Hood?
My late husband and myself.
I see. No further questions, Your Honor.
Where did that come from?
Hey, sweetie, I said I didn't work too hard in this case. That doesn't mean I'm not the best there is. Besides, maybe I don't like you all of a sudden.
Well, that was a stunning turn of events. This case may prove more of a battle for Miss Fairy Godmother than she had planned.
Oh, be quiet.
Witness is excused. Would you care to call another witness, Miss Godmother?
Yes, I would. I call to stand Mr. Bill Woodcutter.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Hans Christian Andersen.
I do indeed.
Mr. Woodcutter, what do you do for a living?
I'm a woodcutter. I cut wood. I also compete in lumberjack pageants. I just won best in flannel and...
Yes, so as part of your job you carry an axe, is that correct?
Yes, I certainly do.
And you're licensed to use that axe in case of emergency, are you not?
Yes, I am.
In fact, is it not part of the woodcutter's code that you must always respond to innocent people in need?
It is part of the code, and I uphold that part of the code.
So, in other words, when you encounter an emergency in the woods, you are obligated to respond quickly and courageously.
Yes, I am.
So you did, sir. You're a true hero, sir.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may examine the witness, Miss Stepmother.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Woodcutter, let's talk about this woodcutter's code, shall we?
Okay.
How do you know when there's an emergency in the woods that you need to attend to?
Well, it depends. But usually, if I see something that looks wrong, I respond to it.
I see. You see it then, do you? Well now, would you care to tell me what prompted you to enter Mrs. Hood's cottage that day? There seemed to be nothing in the police report you gave about why you entered the house. Did you hear a scream?
Well, no, not exactly.
Did you see the defendant enter the house and become suspicious?
No, okay, I was snooping around the house.
Snooping? Whatever for?
I was looking for a pie to steal off the windowsill.
And why would you do that? I thought you were a hero.
Cutting wood don't pay so good. That's why I do the pageants. Be able to make the big money if you win first place. And I haven't done that yet. I was hungry.
And while you were looking for something to steal, you happened to see in the window what exactly?
I saw that there wolf right there, lying in the old lady's bed, in her clothes, licking his chops.
Well, all right then. But how did you know, Mr. Woodcutter, I mean absolutely know for sure, that Mr. Wolf had eaten your friends and that you were justified into cutting him open? Because that's what you did, isn't it? You cut my client open, didn't you?
I did.
How did you know, Mr. Woodcutter? Couldn't have Mr. Wolf just been a friend of Mrs. Hood's that you simply didn't know? One who occasionally likes to wear her nightgown? How did you know that Mr. Wolf had eaten your friends and that the two women were simply in another room?
Well, he's a wolf.
So you just gotta cut him open? Just because he's a wolf?
Well, yeah.
No other reason?
Nope.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Another stirring cross-examination from Stepmother. This is interesting.
Oh, be quiet.
Why don't we go to commercial?
Are you tired of the big bad wolf chasing you or eating you? Then you need to get Bye-Bye Wolfie Spray. It really works. It really works. But what would happen if she used Bye-Bye Wolfie Spray? All you do is spray it on you or your sheep. Only $9.99. Get yours today at AmazonForest.com.
Call your next witness, please.
I call to stand the three little pigs.
Objection! You can't call 3 witnesses at once.
Your Honor, it's essential to my case that the witnesses be called at one time.
It is?
Well, no, but they insist on testifying together.
Why is that?
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Well, this is unorthodox, but I suppose so. Counselors, why don't you join us? What is it?
My siblings aren't really competent enough to testify without me.
What do you mean?
They're immature.
No, you can say it. They're stupid. They're too stupid.
Oh. Well, I see no problem, Miss Stepmother.
I think I'm fine with that.
Very well, the 3 little pigs may approach the bench. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen?
Who?
What? Yes.
Okay, good enough. Now would you mind telling the court your names?
Huh? Tell the nice lady your name. Huh? Oh, my name is Onan.
One, don't you mean?
Don't worry about it. And I'm Chihuahua. My name is 3.
Okay, now, One, can you tell us what happened to you in your house?
Huh? Oh, my house. Yeah, I built a house, then it fell over. Now I live in another house.
Well, how did your house fall down?
A fox blew it down.
A fox? Are you sure it wasn't a wolf?
A wolf? Oh, the wolf ate me out!
No, calm down. Was that the creature that blew down your house?
Yeah, that was a fox.
Don't you mean wolf?
Yeah, wolf.
you mind telling your story to the courts?
Gladly, my dear lady. Well, you see, my siblings and I had always lived together until last year when we decided to leave our parents and our childhood homes to build our own homes. Not too far from each other, but far enough to grant ourselves a reasonable amount of independence.
I see.
Well, one day that blasted, bloated, maniacal wolf came around and blew down my siblings' homes, and they came to live with me out of fear that he might attempt to eat them. We were all so frightened for such a time as he lurked outside my home. We barely ate, we barely slept, and our personal hygiene went to the dogs. Look at all this hair in my chinny chin chin. I haven't shaved in weeks.
Oh, you poor dears, you poor dears.
Yes, it was abominable.
Ladies and gentlemen, these pigs were so frightened they couldn't even shave.
And he told us he would huff and puff and blow down our homes unless we let him in. And he called us little pigs.
Doesn't everyone?
Well, yes, but he said it in a really mean, nasty sort of way that made me think he was trying to demean us. It hurt my feelings immensely.
Your Honor, this is... Well, I'm just too outraged at the defendant's behavior.
Very well, Miss Godmother. Have a seat. Miss Stepmother, your witnesses.
Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, Nay, tell me something.
I once tried to pickle my own feet.
What?
I told you something.
Well, I want you to tell me what your first house is made of.
My first house.
Remember the one you told us about before?
Oh yeah, straw.
I see. And you two all?
And me. Oh, I'm not kosher.
I don't want you to just tell me something. I want you to tell me what your first house was made of.
That has nothing to do with you not being kosher.
No, it doesn't.
And that's okay?
Yes, now tell me what your first house is made of.
Sticks.
Sticks, I see. And 3, what is the house that you all now resided? The one that you constructed, what is it made of?
Brick.
I see. And it hasn't blown over by a wolf or anything else?
Nope.
And it's up to all the building codes, I assume.
Of course. What do you take me for?
Now 3, what about your siblings' former homes? Are straw and sticks building materials approved by the zoning board?
No, they're not.
I didn't think so. Would you say your siblings' former homes would have lasted in a hurricane or a tornado or in a light breeze?
No, I do not.
But they're safe and cozy now, aren't they?
Yes.
Now, you know, I just have one more question.
Yes?
Did my client ever say he's going to eat any of you?
Nope. Nope. No.
So how do you know that's what he wanted to do? How do you know he just wasn't trying to make sure your homes were safe and secure?
Well, because,
No further questions, Your Honor.
The little pigs, witnesses are excused. Do you have any further witnesses to call, Miss Godmother?
Yes, I call to the stand Mr. Old Shepherd.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Mr. Shepherd. Now, would you mind telling us what you do for a living?
Well, I'm a shepherd. I herd sheep.
And can you tell us who that boy over there is?
Well, that's my boy. He watches my sheep sometimes.
And what did he tell you one day?
Well, there are actually 3 days.
Okay, well, just tell us what happened on the 3rd day.
Yes. Well, you see, on the 3rd day, the boy cried out that there was a wolf in the field, and the wolf stole some of my sheep and ate him and threatened the boy up into a tree.
I see.
And nobody came to check it out because, well, you see, the 2 days before...
Oh, no, that's really enough. Thank you so much, Mr. Shepherd.
Well, all right, I suppose.
Your witness, counselor.
Thank you. Mr. Shepherd, why don't you tell me just what happened in the first 2 days?
Well, you see, on the first day, the boy cried out that there was a wolf, and the wolf stole him and everybody in the village came up to take a look, and there was no wolf. On the second day, he did the same thing. So on the third day, nobody done came up to check it out.
So your boy isn't very reliable, is he?
Well, I just...
And nobody but the boy actually saw my client threaten him or steal the sheep?
Well, no.
And the only way we would know if it was this particular wolf is by hearing what the boy has to say, isn't it?
Well, I suppose so.
This man's testimony is essentially hearsay, Your Honor.
Yes. Then why are you still talking to him?
You're excused, Mr. Shepherd.
Does the counsel for the plaintiffs have any further witnesses to call?
No.
Miss Stepmother?
Yes, I would like to call a surprise hostile witnesses stand. The defense would like to call the boy who cried wolf.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be good.
Never mind. Come along, young man.
But I don't wanna.
I'm afraid you have to, son.
Fine.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Hans Christian Andersen.
Tell me, young man, did you ever on any occasion see a wolf in the field?
Yeah, of course I did. The third day, just like the old guy said.
If anyone I was in my tree, playing my flute and tend to a flock. So pitch dark I could hardly see, but I saw that wolf right there. Before I flee, he howled like a banshee, eyes on fire, he came for me. Swung his claws and snapped his jaws. Climbed up the tree and I cried wolf. He cried wolf. I cried wolf. He cried wolf. One time, two times, three times I cried wolf. He cried wolf. When I came back, some sheep were gone, and I spied a wolf just looking at his chops. Filled his gut from dusk till dawn, it was him, that wolf right there. Before I could flee, he howled like a banshee, eyes on fire, he came for me. Swung his claws and snapped his jaws. Climbed up a tree with a madman, I cried wolf. He cried wolf. I cried wolf. He cried wolf. One time, two times, three times I cried wolf. He cried wolf. I cried wolf. He cried wolf. I cried wolf. He cried wolf. One time, two times, three times I cried wolf. He cried wolf. One time, two times, three times he cried wolf. I cried wolf. One time, two times, three times I cried wolf.
So let me get this straight. You only saw a wolf on the third day?
Yeah, that's right.
So why did you pretend on the other days?
Because I thought it'd be funny. It was. You should have seen all their silly faces. Ha!
Are you sure that the wolf you saw was my client?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they all look the same to me, those wolves.
Oh, I see. And I'm just wondering why you cried wolf rather than something else when there was no wolf?
Well, because everyone knows wolves are bad. Big and bad, you know?
Well, everybody knows wolves are just big and bad, huh?
Yep.
But not little boys, huh?
What are you driving at, lady?
Are you aware that a quick emergency call is a crime, young man?
Huh? Yeah, sure. Somebody's always trying to spoil my fun.
So you know that you were breaking the law when you cried wolf.
Yeah.
But wolves are just naturally bad, huh?
Listen, I don't need this from you, lady.
No further questions, Your Honor. You know, my friend, things might not turn out as bad as we thought.
Miss Godmother?
Look, can I go now? I gotta go flush some live fish down the toilet.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Miss Stepmother, do you have any further witnesses to call?
Yes, I would like to call an expert witness to the stand, the renowned psychiatrist, Miss Muffet. She's a top wolf specialist in the field with years of hands-on experience in the deep, dark woods.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen?
I don't like swearing.
I'm afraid you must, Miss Muffet.
Oh, all right. Yes, I swear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated.
Oh, no.
Excuse me? Oh, what?
A tuffet, sir. She needs a tuffet.
Oh, yes, a tuffet. Will someone go please fetch a tuffet?
I don't think anyone knows what that is.
Oh, thank heavens, neither do I.
I'm sorry, sir. She's a bit neurotic, but she's the best psychiatrist around. If you have a tuffet anywhere,
What is taking so long?
Miss Muffet requires a
tuffet. I cannot sit without a tuffet.
right. Like I always say, there's no such thing as good psychiatry without a sturdy tuffet. What in the name of all that is good and decent is a tuffet?
I'm not sure. I think she's made it up. Why don't we just have her stand?
Very well, Miss Muffet. The state is unable to provide you with the said tuffet. Would you mind standing?
My legs are so tired. I need a tuffet.
Please?
Well,
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Just sit already.
There's a spider on my chair. I need some fruit today. Oh no, I need it so badly.
A wise philosopher once said, "Curds and whey, your day's okay."
Yes, of course. In any event, I apologize for my witness's behavior. May I call my final witness?
Yes, of course.
I would like to call Mr. Big B. Wolf.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Hans Christian Andersen.
Mr. Wolf, let's keep this brief, shall we?
Very well.
Why don't you tell the court what you just have to say about all this?
Yes, I'd like to. I'm not sure where to begin. Well, I will wolf a few words, but here goes. When I was just a cub, I lived a pretty carefree life. I stayed in the cave mostly and played with my brothers and sisters, and Mother brought us home meat every night for dinner. Then one day, my mother brought home something different, a human baby. We raised the baby as our own, and I loved my sister like she was a wolf herself. Then one day, she returned to her people, and I never saw her again. I swore that day, though, that I would always protect and love creatures of other species. I swore off the usual acts of wolfhood and became a vegan. Then one day, as I was looking for dandelions in a field of sheep, a boy began to cry out, "Wolf, wolf, he's taking the sheep, he's gonna eat me." I suddenly became enraged. How could this boy suspect me of doing exactly that which I had sworn never to do? I yelled at him, trying to tell him that I was a good wolf, but the more I yelled, the angrier I became because the boy just kept on screaming. In a blind rage, I took his sheep and scared him half to death. I ate those sheep that night. After that, I tried to pull my wits together and go back to my usual ways, but every time I encountered a creature of another species, he or she would run from me, scream, or something of the sort. I never meant to hurt anybody, but gradually, I didn't know how else to interact with the world. I turned to a elaborate crime. I did all the things I've been accused of, I admit it, but I only ask that, for once, if you have mercy on me, if you take pity, maybe I'll be able to stop. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. I repent. I regret all the things I've done. I'm getting sick. I'm taking liberties. For every matter, Lord, I beg the court, please set me free. Have mercy on me. I've been depopulated, isolated, segregated, relocated, right out the door. I've been incriminated, castigated, decimated, second-rated.